the channel podcast with our UEFA Champions League night is back, and we're going to be having some interesting fixtures. Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Manchester City. But don't forget, there's going to be a big game at the Parc des Princes when Paris Saint-Germain host Barcelona. It's a meeting of familiar folks. These two sides have given us mouth-watering encounters. Remember in 2021 when PSG went all the way to beat Barcelona 4-1 at the Camp Nou to eliminate them after a 1-0 draw at the Parc des Princes. Don't forget, we remember what happened in 2016-2017 season when Barcelona, after 4-0 down in the aggregate scoreline when they lost the first leg at the Parc des Princes, had a 6 win. They came out with a 6-1 win to eliminate to eliminate Paris Saint-Germain at the Camp Nou in that season. So we've seen a meeting of familiar folks. A player like Dembele, who has been on the sidelines for both Barcelona and then Paris Saint-Germain. Kylian Mbappe has also been a man who knows this fixture very, very well. But it's going to be a meeting of two men on the touchline who have been coaches and who have also been playmates before at Barcelona. I'm talking about Luis Enrique, who happens to be the coach of Paris Saint-Germain, and then Xavi Hernandez who also happens to be the coach of Barcelona. Remind you or remember they were playmates at a point in time at Barcelona, and they were going to be at the touchline when these sides meet in the UEFA Champions League. You remember during that game against Napoli, Robert Lewandowski did a marvelous job for Barcelona when he scored in both occasions to help Barcelona to eliminate Napoli in the round of 16. And since that loss for Barcelona in January this year against Villarreal, Barcelona have gone 11 games unbeaten. This makes it quite tough as they come in face to face with Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain also eliminated a Spanish opposition in the round of 16, which happens to be Real Sociedad. So, how are things going to pan out? Barcelona, Pedri has been one of the guys who will be traveling with the guys in the team in France. And we're going to be having Frankie de Jong also likely to be passed a late fitness test. So, these two guys are doubtful for the game. But Lamine Yamal, Pau Kubasi, the young Barca lad, 17-year-old defender, has been a tremendous figure for the side this time around, as he has been a pillar at the back line, getting the opportunity to don the Blaugrana jersey. Ilkay Gundogan is going to be very, very key in midfield. The same also applies to his former teammate who was with him at Borussia Dortmund and they've also reunited at Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski. Lamine Yamal has also been a revelation for Barcelona in this season, both for Champions League and on the domestic scene. But hey, the real man on the day is going to be Kylian Mbappe. He's going to be the man that Barcelona must keep a close tab on if they really want to hurt PSG at the Parc des Princes. Even though Randall Kolo Muani is around, Dembele is going to be around, Vitinha, Warren Zaire-Emery, we're going to be having Marquinhos. Achraf Hakimi is not going to be playing the game due to accumulated yellow cards on the part of Paris Saint-Germain. So Gigi Donnarumma is going to be getting the opportunity to keep the post for Paris Saint-Germain, who always took the game. But honestly, based on how Barcelona have been rising on their form, 11 games unbeaten, this is going to be making the game quite tough. So honestly, if you ask me, I would say a draw is the likely favored result to happen in that game when PSG host Barcelona in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League quarterfinal at the Parc des Princes. But if a win is going to come, I'm going to give it to Paris Saint-Germain based on the fact that they have had the better of advantage in terms of the last two meetings that has happened in those sides against Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League. The other game is going to be at the Wanda Metropolitano, where Atletico Madrid host Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund eliminated PSV Eindhoven in this season's UEFA Champions League round of 16, while Atletico Madrid came down from a 1-goal aggregate courtesy Antoine Griezmann and then Memphis Depay, they were able to defy the odds, beat Inter Milan by 2-1 to push the game to extra time, where they eliminated last season's runners-up after a post-match penalty. So Atletico Madrid will be seeking a semi-final appearance since 2017. Since 2017, Atletico Madrid have never been in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League, and that is what coach Diego Simeone and his charges will be likely and they will be wanting to do when they will seek to eliminate Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals. Antoine Griezmann is back after that injury scare. Alvaro Morata, the likes of Rodrigo de Paul, is also going to be around. Samuel Lino has been one of the revelations for Atletico Madrid. Reinildo, the Mozambican defender, has also been a pillar at the back line. Mario Hermoso has an injury scare, which is likely that we might not see him in the game, but Stefan Savic, the likes of Jose Maria Jimenez, goalkeeper Oblak is going to be around on the part of Atletico Madrid, and on the part of Atletico Madrid. We're going to be having Jadon Sancho, Julian Brandt also, Nicolas Fulkrug has also done the yeoman's job. Mind you, Borussia Dortmund, since that loss against AC Milan, are yet to lose a game in the UEFA Champions League since November last year. So they seem to be positioning themselves very well in this season's UEFA Champions League, but they're going to be depending on the experience of Marco Reus in that game when they come face to face against Atletico Madrid. Bino Gittins, that young chap, has also been a very good boy for the Borussia Dortmund side alongside Daniel Malin. Coach Edin Terzic and his charges are going to be making an appearance at the Wanda Metropolitani, but a big blow to them because Rami Bensebani, the Algerian defender, is not going to be around. Nico Schlotterbeck is going to be called back into the back line at the Borussia Dortmund setup. So honestly, in all, I see Atletico Madrid winning on a slim margin at that game when it comes off at the Wanda Metropolitani between Atletico Madrid and then Borussia Dortmund in Spain. This has been the podcast channel with our. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and let's keep the conversation going on. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Gracias.